Hey all, welcome to the weekend deal for the 18th of April 2014. I'm the gleeful Grognard, and on to our list. Cracking off this list with the big one, Dragonage Origins. What to say about Dragonage Origins? Other than, of course, it being 75% off and $5, like a lot of other things you'll find on this list today. Dragonage Origins was originally envisioned as a spiritual successor to the Baldur's Gate series, and while it didn't nearly hit the nail on the head in that respect, what it did manage to be is a thoroughly enjoyable computer RPG in a modern age where you just don't see them anymore. The second game was a huge letdown, sure, and the third game has yet to prove itself, but the first game managed to give you a lot of choices and a really nice, fun world to explore in that really gave you the idea that you were a part of a bigger battle against this world-changing force that is the Archdemon. If you're a fan of any of the old-style RPGs at all, I would seriously suggest picking it up. It certainly plays best on PC out of all of the platforms, and even if the sequel isn't that good, the story is self-contained. Once again, this can be had for $5 from the folks at EA at the Origins store. Second on my list is Fallout New Vegas for $5 at 75% off. This is actually my favourite out of the two modern Fallout games. It managed to strike the storytelling that I expected from Fallout, which Fallout 3 never quite got there. It was more of Bethesda's Skyrim, or rather at that time it was more of Bethesda's Oblivion type angle. It was a really good game, don't get me wrong, just not quite what I wanted from a Fallout game. I'm a pretty heavily character-orientated, story-focused guy, and Fallout 3 just did not give that to me. Fallout New Vegas, however, gave me a slew of really interesting characters, interesting plot lines, and managed to bring in some of the mechanics from the old turn-based games and modernize them in a way that didn't feel out of place. Really, I think the best way to determine which of the two games you would like more is to ask, would you rather story or would you rather mindless havoc? And I don't think it's bad that people want mindless havoc, but I think it's important to have the other side as well. And I feel that New Vegas gives enough of both to be a good value all round. Once again, this can be had for $5, 75% off, at the Ubisoft Uplay store. I believe it's redeemable on there as well. I might be wrong, it might be a Steam key. I really doubt it, but hey. Next up on our list is the Stalker Series, or rather two of the games from the Stalker series, Shadow of Chernobyl and Stalker Call of Pripyat. Both can be had for $5, and that's 75% off their normal price. I would really recommend picking up these games. They're very strong first-person shooter RPG hybrids, but unlike the Fallout series, it more leans to the first-person shooter aspects, and touches on a bit of survival horror too. They're really atmospheric, they're fairly long, and they're really well written. To give you an idea of the pedigree of these developers, even though they haven't made any games since this, mainly because they disbanded, the main developers have gone on to create the Metro franchise, and while the Stalker and Metro franchises are as different as games can be, despite both being set in post-apocalyptic world settings and having lots and lots of Russians in them, I would think that they show off just how much polish that these developers put into their games. Once again, these games can be had for $5 each, that's 75% off, at bundlestars.com, and both keys are redeemable on Steam, I believe. So yeah, get your ass over there, pick them up, you won't regret it if you want a very strong tactical shooter game with really good survival horror elements and a fantastic atmosphere. Last on our list is Knytt Underground, or Knytt Underground, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. This is $1.39 at the Indie Gala store, redeemable on Steam. I'm not really sure how to describe this game. It's a weird mix of Metroidvania, where you go around and you slowly unlock different abilities that will allow you to get different places in the world, and then you realize how to get to more of these places by backtracking, and you slowly uncover the storyline. But there is no combat. It's just puzzles and avoiding things and using the different abilities of your character, which you get quite a few by the end. I really recommend playing this game. if any game on this list, grab this one. It's super cheap, and I had huge amounts of fun playing it on my Vita last year. I would even go to say that it's one of the most memorable games I played out of the entirety of last year. Anyway, that's $1.39 from the Indie Gala store. This is redeemable on Steam. Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. This has been the Gleeful Grognard and his deals for the 18th of April 2004. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, a comment, or even better yet, share it to friends or gaming groups that you think will get a bit of use out of the deals that I share each week. Hoping you guys have a wonderful gaming weekend and just wonderful weekend in general. Bye!